but how important are the mental aspects to surviving and winning, a deadly force encounter?
I mean, it's not everything, but it's up there. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of luck involved in gunfights. Like I've been very, very lucky. You know what I mean? And then your mindset will just help you take advantage of the luck that is given to you. And then your hard skills is what's going to take you past winning. You know what I mean? You might want to do something or like shooting back and things. Like people think shooting's very easy. It's not. Like the only reason you go to the range and train so it becomes easy is so you have some of that brain power in reserve to fix the problem. So I can think about the problem. The answer is just shooting the person. But if I'm still worried about that problem, I'm not worried about the answer. You know what I mean? It gets just all jumbled up. I think the calmer you can be in a storm, the better you're going to solve the problems, the better you're going to shoot. I don't like when firearms instructors always act like it's going to be a very scary situation. Shooting people is a stressful situation. And I've had them where it's scary for me, and I've had it where it's not scary for me. It's scary for somebody else, but it's always stressful. So don't think about it as, life or death at the ATM. I mean, this is for civilians, police, and anybody. It could just be this person needs shot. And that's the answer. And just clear your mind and get ready to do it.
No, that's, again, very well stated. I've had a lot of martial arts instructors say things like, expect to get cut in a knife fight. And it's like, dude, that's going in there, in my opinion, with the wrong mentality. Like, if this dude cuts me with a knife, so be it. But I'm not going to go in there thinking, well, this isn't going to be over until I get cut. Just like you don't go into a shooting expecting to get shot. You realize that that's a possibility, and you're prepared to work through that if that needs to be. But with mindset, one of the things that I always struggle with, and I want to get your take as a very experienced SWAT guy and as a very experienced instructor, is you can teach technique, but it's harder to teach someone to have that mindset. In other words, it's harder to instill in a student like the ability for them to put their sights on a real person, a real bad guy, and press the trigger. I mean, what types of things do you think can help train someone to be able to use deadly force when that's warranted in order to save themselves or someone else?
I feel like if you just train it enough, you're never really deciding to shoot somebody. They make the decision for you. Your job is just to do it. And being around people who've done it and being around people who are supported when doing it, supporting people after it, if they're not worried about like the repercussions of doing it right, because even when people do it right, you know what I mean? It's never perfect. It's never a perfect job. And if you're trying to strive for perfection, it's not going to be there. So, I mean, just being around guys who've done it, who maybe even it went a little wrong, policy stuff, not law stuff, and you come out okay. And like that to me is building a culture of doing a job that may need to be done.